of God. I wanted to walk in the Spirit. I wanted something. I wanted Him to know Him better, to love Him more, and live all out for Him. Something happened. Can we have the Holy Ghost practically and powerfully and do amazing things? If God is the same as He was back then, the answer to this is yes. The answer to this is for certain we can. You, dear Christian, you, dear saint of God, can do amazing and marvelous things for the glory of God if you're willing to be possessed by the Holy Ghost. Not positionally possessed, but practically possessed. Allowing Him to abide in you, and you abide in Him. Allowing the practical work of God to happen. There was that happened on the day you got saved, if you really got saved, that there was a baptism of the Holy Ghost, but there's always more fillings. Because there's only one baptism. But there's multiple fillings. The day you got saved, something changed, and people should have seen a miraculous work done. A marvelous work done. An amazing work done. If there was nothing done, I wonder what was done. You say next, looking at the works. I'm looking at a God who works. If God does a work, if somebody as big as God moves somebody as little as you, why doesn't it show up anywhere? How to have the Holy Ghost is what we need to know. How do we have the Holy Ghost? Can we have more than just a positional salvation? Can we have more than just a possession at salvation? Can we have the power of God? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. But what does it take? Yield yourselves to God as those that are alive from the dead. The reason that you are probably a lot like me. The day you got saved, God did something. The day you got saved, Christ did a great work. The day you got saved, there was a great things happen. You felt it. You knew it. All of a sudden you truly understood it. But something happened. And you're not living in the power of the Spirit. It didn't mean the baptism didn't happen. It meant you lived. You were engulfed by Him. You were filled by Him. He came out to overflowing, and He was flowing from you. I showed you. That's what happened when they got saved, when the Holy Ghost came upon them. If you got saved, that happened. You knew it, and others knew something had happened. But along the way, we allowed the cares of this life, the troubles of life, the toils of life, the loss of friends possibly because of the fact that these have been my friends since my youth, and now they don't want anything to do with me because I don't go to the same excess of riot as they do. And you said, I'll compromise here, and I'll compromise there. Or you start getting frustrated because nobody else is living all out for God. And you let a little bit of pride get in there. A little bit of bitterness get in there. Am I the only one? I think I heard that. Was that not the prophet? God's man? That God has in mind there's still 7,000 have not bowed their knee to Baal? You can have the Holy Ghost in the fullness of the Holy Ghost. The question is, do you want the Holy Ghost in the fullness of the Holy Ghost? Do you really want Him? I am not talking about some thing where you go and you start saying a little prayer and then all of a sudden you get sanctified. You were set apart at the day of salvation. He calls us saints. I am talking about a work of the Holy Ghost in your heart and your life that people can say, there's something different about this man. They knew that they had been with Jesus. My question is, do you want it? If you want it, yes, you can have the Holy Ghost. The reason we do not have the fullness of the Holy Ghost is because we don't want the fullness of the Holy Ghost. And because of the time, I will, this afternoon, not preach on can we have the Holy Ghost, but I will deal with how to have, or how to get the Holy Ghost. And it only takes 3 things. Only takes 3 things. Actually 4. One of them is preparation. One of them is preparation. Another one of those is patience. And the third one is a passion. And I will deal with those. But the question is, do you have a passion? I want Him at all costs. If not, you'll never have Him no matter how much you pray. Just ask Simon. He's not buying and selling. So who's Simon? Read Acts 8. Amen. His power is not to be bought and sold. But you must have a passion. Do you want it? Father, I pray